18-year-old who replaced veteran Eli Holstein last game at quarterback. He'll take off here and a ton of road. Heinzel fumbles the ball, and it somehow pinballs forward to a Pitt player. Recovered by Turner. They actually ended up getting about 7 or 8 yards.
I don't know if I can call this an upset, though, but I know Florida State, they're ranked 25 in AP polls, but it's nice to get a win against a powerful football team in Florida State, that being the Pittsburgh Panthers. But Ja'Karen Turner, man, I got to thank him for saving that game when we was going on that scoring drive that we were on to increase our lead to 10 points late in the fourth quarter. Although Florida State got to within 3 points down the stretch. But Ja'Karen Turner, man, he saved the game for the Pitt Panthers, man. When Mason Hostetler fumbled, man. So I thank Ja'Karen Turner for saving the game for Pittsburgh Panthers. Again, somewhat of an upset win over the Florida State Seminoles. So, yeah. Hi, everybody. Jordan Steele 88 with another video. This is the Pitt Panthers versus Florida State Seminoles game recap. So let's jump right into it. Oh, boy. So the Pittsburgh Panthers win their second straight game of the season by beating the Florida State Seminoles 34-31. Interesting game to watch. This is an interesting game to watch. I mean, we started somewhat pretty good in the first half. Again, touchdowns we needed on that first drive. Went for it on fourth down like 3 times and converted all 3 of them to get that first scoring drive. I mean, since that time for the Pittsburgh Panthers, they have turned the ball over way too often. I mean, Heinzel of the Panthers, man, he threw 2 interceptions in the second quarter, especially. I mean, and those turnovers led to 14 points off turnovers for the Florida State Seminoles, and one of them got them the lead going into halftime. I mean, but other than that, in the second half, Heinzel did a pretty good job of managing the game at least. I know we could have got at least a couple more points, though, but we've been stalling our drives, though, at times. And Pitt defense, they were getting outplayed at times, especially the secondary, getting burnt. I'm telling you. Right, by Florida State's wide receivers, man. I mean, that Tommy Castellanos, man, he's pretty good, though. He's like almost like Lamar Jackson, in my opinion. But I don't know if he is or not, but he's at times he was getting his hard times, so especially with that height at cornerback, not even 6 feet tall, at least. Because if you look at the Pitt Panthers on those fourth down plays, all of them in the third quarter, 3 for 3, like I said before. And we turned them over twice. Those are interceptions, and they got 14 points off turnovers. That being Florida State. I know I said it before. Well, in the fourth quarter, when we fumbled that ball, man, I mean when Florida State fumbled that ball, excuse me, we turned that into points, though. We got a touchdown off of that. And during that drive, man, I tell you, like I was saying on the beginning of my video, Ja'Karen Turner saved the game for the Pittsburgh Panthers. He saved that game. When Huddersfield scrambled for a couple of yards, he fumbled, and Ja'Karen Turner saved that game for us. I'm telling you, man, that was a game saver right there, and that led to us increasing that lead to 10 points in the fourth quarter. Although Florida State made it interesting, got their touchdown to get within 3 points. So yeah, man. So Pitt this year, man, they're 2-1 in the ACC, overall 4-2. And Kenny Johnson, he should never catch that ball at their own like 5-yard line when Florida State punted it. So, and as for Heinzel, he needs to improve on his field awareness. He needs to be smart with the ball at times, though. I mean, his field awareness is okay, but he just got to be smart with the ball at times. That's what he needs to do, is be smart with the ball. But nonetheless, it feels great to get a somewhat of a big time win against a team that's in the AP polls. So yeah, but Hydrogel, he did okay. He went 21 to 29, 322 yards, 2 touchdowns, and those 2 interceptions. And he did a good job rushing that ball though. 16 carries, 64 yards. Desmond Reed right away came back from his injury at 12 carries, 45 yards. So, and Jack Carey Turner, man, it's been the story of this game, bro. 10 carries, 44 yards, 2 touchdowns. Desmond Reed did a pretty good job at receiving wise. So, he got 8 receptions, 155 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Bobby Williams, man, got 6 receptions, 78 yards. So, Desmond Reed coming back his injury, he got about, let's see, he got 2 touchdowns, and then he got about, I think it's 200 all-purpose yards, though. 200 all-purpose yards for him. So, yeah. I mean, the defense, like I said, I don't know if I talked about the defense. The defense did what they could, though, because they were at times getting outplayed by the Florida State offense. But they got 2 sacks in that game, and they forced 2 fumbles in this game. So, I mean, they didn't force two fumbles, did they? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, they did. They forced 2 fumbles and got 1 fumble recovery. So I think that was the only turnover we got in this game, I believe. So, yeah. If I could correct myself, Florida State only forced 2 turnovers, those are interceptions, and we only forced 1 turnover. So, yeah. And Pitt's time possession was pretty good. 32 minutes and 35 seconds. So, yeah. If I could get my game ball out too, I give it to Mason Hydrogel and Desmond Reed and Jacarian Turner. They deserve a game ball. So, yeah. So it's nice to get a win. Like I said, but I know I said this already, but it's nice to get a win against a powerful football team in the Florida State Seminoles. I mean, because that was going to be our tough opponent, though. Because I think Mason Hydrogel has passed the test of being Florida State. So, somewhat of an upset, but hey, but it's great to get a win against a team like Florida State in the ACC. So, yeah. So let me know your thing down in the comment section down below about this game recap that I was talking about between the Pitt Panthers and Florida State Seminoles. It's great to get a win against a team like the Florida State Seminoles. I think, like I said before, Mason Hydrogel passed his test against a team like the Florida State Seminoles, a team that was ranked almost all year, but excuse me, but they may not be ranked for now. So after this, so yeah, so yeah, but we got Syracuse next week coming up, if I recall correctly, and they continue, and we will be on the road once again at Syracuse. Somewhat of a tough team, Syracuse Oregon, excuse me. So yeah, gotta get ready for Syracuse next Saturday. So nice to get a win against Florida State. We're 4-2 in the season, with that being the Pittsburgh Panthers, and 2-1 overall in the ACC. So yeah. With that being said, this is Jordan Steele 88. See y'all guys in my next video, and as always, hail to Pitt.